A cowboy rides back into town. I'm Matt Carlins, and this is Just Pro Wrestling News for Thursday, October 7th, 2021. A big welcome to those of you listening on TheWrestlingRevolution.com. You can bring our updates to your website. Find out how at JustProWrestlingNews.com.
AEW.
Hangman Adam Page is back. He returned to AEW TV last night. Hangman was revealed as the Joker, the surprise entrant in the casino ladder match on Dynamite, and Hangman got the win. That puts him in line to get the next title shot against AEW Champion Kenny Omega. Speaking of Omega, he, Adam Cole, and the Young Bucks beat Bryan Danielson, Christian Cage, and Jurassic Express last night. Christian was knocked out of the match by an IndyTaker on the entrance ramp. Jungle Boy eventually took the pin after he was hit with a four-way BTE Trigger. A new women's title was unveiled on last night's Dynamite, the TBS Championship. A tournament will be held to crown the first champion starting on January 5th. Sammy Guevara beat Bobby Fish to retain the TNT Championship. After the match, Scorpio Sky, along with Dan Lambert and members of American Top Team, ambushed Guevara. That eventually brought out Chris Jericho and Jake Hager, and they chased off the MMA pros. Jericho, Hager, and Guevara will team up to face Sky, Ethan Page, and former UFC heavyweight champion Junior Dos Santos on the special Saturday Night Dynamite on October 16th. As for Fish, AEW announced that he has signed on with the company. Serena Deeb submitted Hikaru Shida, denying Shida her 50th win in AEW. There was a trophy and everything waiting to celebrate the milestone, but after the match, Deeb broke the trophy by smashing it over Shida's head. Darby Allin beat Nick Comoroto. Later, Allin was attacked backstage by a group of masked individuals. It's pretty obvious it was MJF and the rest of the Pinnacle. The Lucha Brothers will defend the AEW tag titles on Friday night's Rampage against the Acclaimed. Tonight is a big one for Major League Wrestling. It's airing a 1-hour Fightland special exclusively on Vice TV starting at 10 p.m. Eastern. The main event is the no disqualification title versus title showdown between MLW Heavyweight Champion Jacob Fatu and National Openweight Champion Alex Hammerstone. Also promoted for tonight's broadcast, Myron Reed defending the MLW middleweight title in a four-way against Aramis, Ares, and Tajiri. On last night's Fusion Alpha, Fatu warmed up for tonight's big title match with a win over Matt Cross, 51-50 beat Injustice, and Willow Nightingale beat Ashley Vox.
Impact Wrestling.
Tonight's Impact Wrestling has another three-way match in the X Division title tournament. It'll be Black Taurus versus Steve Macklin versus Petey Williams. Also tonight, Impact World Champ Christian Cage and Josh Alexander team up to face Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. Bullet Club's Chris Bay, Hikuleo, and El Phantasmo versus Finjuice and Chris Sabin. Kimber Lee, Brandy Loren, and Lady Frost versus Tasha Steele, Savannah Evans, and Mercedes Martinez. And Heath will address the Impact Zone following his return to TV last week. John Schuyler won the first match in Impact's Digital Media Championship tournament. He used a roll-up and a handful of tights to pin Zicky Dice.
WWE.
Today's NXT UK has the Heritage Cup number 1 contenders tournament final between Noam Dar and Wolfgang, plus Ginny versus Amelia McKenzie, and Sam Gradwell versus Mark Andrews.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
New Japan's G1 Climax tournament resumes on Thursday with matches from the A Block. B Block tournament matches are set for Friday's show with Kazuchika Okada versus Taichi, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Evil, Sanada versus Jeff Cobb, Hiroki Goto versus Chase Owens, and Yoshihashi versus Tama Tonga. Women of Wrestling is set to relaunch next September as a syndicated TV series, with AJ Mendez, formerly known as AJ Lee in WWE, attached to the promotion as an executive producer, and Tessa Blanchard signing on as one of the headliners. Women of Wrestling is partnering with Viacom CBS on this venture. That is Just Pro Wrestling News for Thursday, October 7th. Our next update comes your way tomorrow morning, so please rate, review, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. I'm Matt Carlins. Thank you for listening.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.